Hey, how y'all doing out there in YouTube land? The Stiletto coming at you from the Wild Wild West. And we got a very cool unboxing today. A real cool unboxing. So let's get down to it. Let me see what we got here. There it is there. Where is this one coming from? Smoky Mountain Knife Works, one of my favorite stores. Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Doing the unboxing today is the knife that went to work with me today. Oh, y'all starting to know this one, huh? It's one of my favorite new triad folders of this year. Actually, it probably is my favorite. I like this one better than all my other triad folders so far this year. Now I love the 4max, and I love my orange Recon 1. I love them, but this one's just, I like the size of it. It's a little bit heavier than I usually like to carry for a knife this size, but I just like the way it fits my hand. It just feels like it was made for me. I just love it. And it works so smoothly. The AD10 Tonto point. Absolutely love it. As you can see, you can tell how much I love it because I've already tricked it out. Yeah, I've polished the scale, I polished the liners, and I polished the back spacer. So you can tell I'm already loving it. Absolutely love it. And this one I've batoned with it. I've done some wood crafting with it for you guys. And I haven't resharpened it or anything. I haven't stropped it or anything. It just held its edge. This is an excellent knife. S35VN with a blade steel and G10 contoured G10 handle scales. Absolutely love it. It just fits my hand perfectly. It's one of those knives, it's like my SMKW model. It's like one of those knives that just fits your hand perfectly. At least for me. All right, let's get down, let's check this one out. Look how sharp it is. No effort of trying to cut something. Got a bunch of paperwork here. Okay. CS-10AAS. Cold Steel Counterpoint XL Serrated. $82.95. And then plus I had 10% off. So it was even less than that. With the 10% off, let me see, what was it? The cost was $82.95. Shipping and handling was free. Tax was $5.79. My order total with the 10% off was $80.44. That's how much I paid for it, $80.44. Coming from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. All the new cold steels, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but I've been getting all of them from, online stores. I'm not messing with eBay no more, or even Amazon when it comes to these things. I get them from online stores. And there it is there. As you guys look at the box says, what we got here for specs? Blade length, 6 inches. Overall length, 13 1/8 inches. Blade steel, Japanese AUS-10A, weight 7.9 ounces. Blade thickness 4 millimeters. Handle length 7 1/8 inches. Handle material, the scales anyway, are Grivex. This should have full heat treated 6160 aluminum liners in it with a 6160 aluminum backspacer. It's one of the Cold Steel strong knives. We had a little talk about that the other day. It's one of the ones I almost forgot to mention. And it is one of my favorites. I like to keep all my paperwork and everything in the box. Oh, we got a little gift here from Smoky Mountain. Exclusive at cost offer. Okay, for gold eagles. That's like one of those coins or something you buy. Let me see what else I got in here. Send no money now. Okay, it's just some advertisement stuff. I'm gonna set this stuff aside and keep the important stuff together. I like to keep everything together. It also lets you know, down the road, if you ever decide to, sell part of your collection or whatever, you know what you paid for things originally. It gives you a good idea of what you should at least ask for at the lowest amount. All right. Counterpoint XL. Did you guys look at the box? Counterpoint XL is my favorite one out of the counterpoints. They make like 3 different sizes, and I like the XL the best. Sort of like I like the Tie-Lite 6 the best out of that series of knives. And same thing for the Voyagers. My favorite Voyager is the XL. Even though I do, use the other ones, my favorite is the XL. All right, let's take a look at it. Centering, it's pretty close to perfect. Looks like it's favoring the clip side just a touch. That's probably an adjustment. It's got the new grippy, grivery scales. These are the scales I like better. I like them better than the smooth ones because they give you a little bit better grip. This back spacer should be made out of aluminum. 6061 aluminum, aircraft grade T6 aluminum, and it's heat treated. Let's take it for a ride. Oh, look at that. That's a nice, it looks beautiful. It's my first serrated counterpoint. Absolutely gorgeous. Fit and finish all looks good. Let's see how it closes. In the past counterpoints, they give me a little issue on the closing part because it's a little bit too, oh, that one's nice. Oh yeah, that's nice. Because usually they're really hard to close when they first get them. Not because of lock stick or anything, it's just that they use a real strong torsion spring on these. But this one's just right. Okay, I'm gonna pull out my old one that I like to carry. And this one originally came with the smooth scales. I swapped out the scales with my Oz 10 version one, the new one I have. And the reason why I didn't decide to carry the newer ones because I had already polished this one. And I just like this one. This has been my favorite one. I have about 3 or 4 of these. And this is the only one I have in BD1. This is the BD1 version. This is an older version. They came with the smooth scales, and then when they came out with the Oz 10s, I believe it was the Oz 10s, they came out with this scale. And I like this scale better, so I swapped the scales from my Oz 10 version to this one. There's Juno. Hey, sweetie. She just got done eating. She just had some fresh, wet foods, so she was in there eating. She's got her belly full now, huh? Yes, you do. You got your belly full. I know. But this is my favorite. This has always been my favorite one right here. This is the one I've carried. Absolutely love it. And as you can see, it's got the 6061 aluminum backspacer, whereas this one is still blacked out. And this has a polished lock bar. This one's not polished. And the spine of the blade is all polished. This one's not. So you can see the differences. But they're the same size, exact same size. Let's take some measurements. Five and, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eighths. 5 and 6 eighths length for the blade. If you go from here, from the point to the beginning of the handle. 5 and 6 eighths, perfect. Handle length, 7 1/8. 7 1/8. Total length, right there on the point. 12 3/4. 12 3/4. Quarter inch shy of 13 inches. 12 3/4, so they're exactly the same. Across the back. Three-quarters of an inch. 3/4 of an inch. Blade thickness up next. So it doesn't look like GSM changed anything on these. It looks like I had a discussion with somebody about the 4MAX Scouts, and they were trying to tell me that the new 4MAX Scout is different than the old 4MAX Scout, and I told them no, mine are exactly the same. And then he referred me to another person that did a video on theirs, and theirs is different. And they said one of them was thinner. And then I let him know that maybe they have a counterfeit. Because if you go to the AliExpress site, you can see the counterfeit 4MAX Scouts. And they don't have a 3-point, both of mine were like 4.75 inches thick. And the one on AliExpress says it's 3.5 millimeters. So it really made me think that maybe the guy that did the video, maybe one of his is a counterfeit. This is 3.74 millimeters. Whenever Cold Steel says it's 4 millimeters, it's really 3.8 or 3.74. That's the reason why I'm showing you this. So you won't think that you're getting a counterfeit. This one that says 3.79. So they got the same thickness. Why don't you get down, sweetie? Yes, my girl. Yes, my baby. Yes, my baby. Okay, sweetie. Now get down, we're doing the video. All right. This one's blade's been, not sanded and polished, but just polished without sanding. That's the reason why it looks shinier than this one. Originally, it was like this one. It had the same type of finish. This one I've carried and it's been resharpened. And not quite a polished edge, but a nice edge. Let's check out the sharpness. Oh, first let's check out weight real quick. Let's check out weight. Here goes mine. 8.5 ounces. 8.5 ounces. The new one. 8.3 ounces. A little bit lighter. I don't know if the serrations has anything to do with that. That's the only thing that's really different. But this one's BD1 too, so it's a different steel too. Sometimes the different steels weigh differently. Do my old one first. Looks like I got a little bit of something right here. Let me see something. Make sure it's not dirty. Yeah, there it goes. Okay. The serrated one. Because I keep my blade sharp, people. I keep all my blades sharp. This one stays in my rotation drawer with my big knives. My big knife rotation drawer. Oh, yeah. Very cool. Good to go. Good to go. Absolutely love it. And the reason why I decided to get this one right now is because one of you guys talked me into wanting to get one. It was already on my list to get one for this year, but after talking to them, and then I saw a great deal on Smoky Mountain Knife Works, I just had to get it. I'll leave that person's name in the show more section of the video if you're interested. Can't remember if they told me they want me to say their name or not, so I usually only do that if I get permission to. But man, feels good. Feels just like this one. You feel the same. They're the same thing except for the serrations. This one's got BD1 steel though. This one's got the Japanese Oz 10 steel. I like serrations on self-defense folders. I never did get a fully serrated Voyager though, or you know I like for the Voyagers I like the new Baran blade, and but the one that I've always liked is Tonto. I'd like to have a Vaquero too. Vaquero would be nice, a serrated Vaquero. Maybe that's what I'll get next. I don't have a Vaquero for the new ones. Absolutely love it, people. Absolutely love it. You know, Memorial Day sales are coming up. So, you know, I keep an eye. I know, I went and checked these out on Midway. They wanted more for these on Midway. There was like $99 on Midway, as opposed to $82 on Smoky Mountain Knife Works. And then at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, you also get a 10% discount. And brought it down to like 70 something. And then with the tax, it came out at $80.44. Shipped to my house, it was $80.44. Absolutely love them. Beautiful. I'm thinking to myself, do I want to polish this one out like this one? This one's definitely going in the rotation drawer because it's a new one for this year, so it's going to go in my rotation drawer. Difference in the labeling. You guys can see the labeling. This is what they look like if you polish them all out. And this one has been totally polished too, people. The 6061 heat-treated aluminum liners have also been polished. The lock bar has been polished inside and out. Because with this one, when I first got it, it didn't close real easily. I had to really push down on it to get it to close. So I went all the way through this one. That's one reason why I like it so much, because I put a lot of work into it to get it to function the way I like them to function. But this one functions nice off the bat, though, straight off the bat. So I would say that they're doing a little bit. This one thing I've noticed about GSM on a lot of the knives, they're making them a lot smoother. This one's smoother than the original ones too. I wouldn't need to do any work on this one, so I might just end up leaving this one just stock. Just give it a nice tune and lube. You want to tune and lube it? Looks like it's perfect. The only time I wouldn't tune and lube something right off the bat is if I didn't think it was perfect and then it had to be returned. This one's perfect. Let's tune and lube it real quick. Because it is going to be a user. It's going to go in the drawer with my other big blades. Here's my T6. Now, I love these tools, but Sears is gone now. They closed the Sears in my area. One thing I used to always like about Sears, I always get Sears tools because if they ever got messed up or worn out, you can always just take it back to Sears and they give you another one. No questions asked. I love companies that back their products, and Sears was one of those companies that always backed their product tools. Because at one point in my life, I used to be a mechanic, and everybody else used to get all the Snap-ons and Mac tools and stuff at the shop. I'd be using my Sears Craftsman. I have some Snap-on tools and stuff, but mostly just Sears Craftsman. Let you guys see what the inside looks like. See, those are the full 6160 aluminum liners that I tell you guys about. And this one, they're all polished. Everything on the interior is all polished to a mirror polish. Got nice. You always want to have a gap right here because that's where it self-adjusts. It can self-adjust until it gets all the way down the bottom. I've never been able to wear out one of these locks yet though. So, you know, they're very sturdy locks. Absolutely love the Triad lock, people. All right, let's go ahead and take this one all the way apart. Not all the way apart, but so we can lube it. Got the Teflon and phosphor bronze washer. I always like to do the phosphor bronze washer first because that goes on first. Goes against the liner. The Teflon washer always goes against the blade. Put a little drop of oil. I like to put a little bit of oil on the pivot too. I forgot to do that. You gotta be careful though. You don't want to get any into the inside the pivot where you know on the threads. You don't want to do that. Now we can put the blade on. Teflon washer. Phosphor bronze. Oh, I forgot to do something here. That's all right. I'll put a drop of oil right in here. That's okay. And that's all there is to it. The serrations on this are really nice. They're all uniform and they look really good. The grinds on this knife look excellent. Very well done. Oh, they put a little bit right here too. Next your liner goes back on. Let you guys get a look at the liner. See what the aluminum liner looks like. If you ask me, always the ones with the aluminum liners are the ones that feel like they work the best. They always feel the smoothest to me. And then after that would be the ones with the steel liners. That's all you gotta do for maintenance on these. See how easy that is? It only takes a couple minutes. Anybody could do it. You don't need to take the knife completely apart. And one reason why you don't want to do that too, because if you loosen up the pin holes on the other side, that's when you get that little ticky sound. When you shake your knife, it'll make a little ticky sound because the pins will get a little bit loose. Because they won't have that pressed in fit anymore. A little bit of blue Loctite, some fresh Loctite on here, so lock up nice. Only need a little bit, you don't need a lot. Just a touch. Now I like to work it down into the threads. Need a T10 and a T6, that's what I'm using. T10 for the pivot, T6 for the body screws. That's how most cold steels are. Not all of them, but most of them are like that. All the way down, finger tight, then back it off a quarter of a turn. That usually is just right. Come back here and just make sure these are all tight. Finger tight, that is, not torque down tight, just finger tight. Okay. Check the centering. That looks good. There's no movement right there. Oh yeah, that's nice and tight. No up and down, no side to side. Perfect. Yeah, this one operates perfectly fine right off the bat. Maybe they did a little bit better job on the new counterpoints when GSM took over. I think GSM might have got on the people saying that they want things finished a little bit better or something than they originally used to do. This one's perfect, people. Absolutely perfect. Love it. Absolutely love it. That's all there is to that one. But you know what? This one's still my favorite. Absolutely love this one. I just think it's beautiful. I like seeing stilettos with polished parts, and to me these look like stilettos on steroids. Because they're sort of like the Italian style stiletto with the bayonet blade and the guards and the way that the handle's shaped. It's shaped pretty much like a Italian style stiletto. I know they call it, what do they call it, a boot knife or something like that? But to me, it's just a stiletto on steroids. You know, a blown up stiletto instead of being, you know, smaller with a real narrow blade and stuff like that. And not a blade that's not so wide, I mean. That's only really good for poking. This one's actually good for cutting tasks too. Because you got enough edge right here. Everybody says that these are hollow ground, but to me, I think they're saber ground. Let me see something. We'll find out. What do you think? That's a saber flat ground blade, not a saber hollow ground blade. Can you guys see that? There's no space in between in here. If there was, it'd be like this one. If it was a hollow ground blade, it'd be like this, where you got a gap. So yeah, I would call it a saber flat ground. I know they always list them as being hollow ground, but if it's a hollow ground, it's a very, very, very slight hollow ground. It's really, to me, a saber ground. Absolutely love it, people. That's a bad boy. This would be a good wintertime knife when people are wearing heavy jackets and stuff. If you have to defend yourself, this will cut through a jacket. Whereas something like this might bounce off a leather jacket or something like that. Absolutely love it. I love my counterpoint XLs, people. I think I got about 5 of them now. I have one that I tried to make into a dagger blade, and I sort of messed it up. But I still have it. I keep it as a parts knife if I ever need any parts. But I try to do a custom grind on it, because I've seen other people regrind things, and I have a belt sander, so you know I tried to do it, and I'm not satisfied with the way it came out. At first, I remember what first happened to it is I dropped it. I was hand twirling it and stuff like that, and I dropped it, and the point hit the cement or hit something hard and blunted the tip. And so then I tried to repair it, and I decided I wanted to make it into a dagger. It didn't turn out that great, but it's a good parts knife. And I think that one was a BD1 too, or it's either BD1 or Oz 8 one, because it's one of the ones from the old days. Yes, my girl. Yes, my girl. Yes, my sweetie. Because I have the Oz 8, the Oz 8, the Oz 10, and these two, and that one. So I have 5 of them. I have 5 of them. And I have I have 2 of the large size ones. One's all the way polished out, and the other one's totally stock. They're both Oz 8, I think. And I have 1 of the real small ones. So that's my entire collection of these. But I like these new. I like the new grippier scales. I like these over the smooth scales. Excellent blades, people. That's it for this one. Peace. Hope everybody's doing good out there. Just got home from work. I'll put this one out there for you guys tonight. It's the 22nd of May. Peace out, Stiletto.